Quick disclaimer, this video is meant for educational purposes only. Everything I say in this video is my opinion. I have been in contact with the best regulated Forex broker in the world. This broker offers 1 to 500 maximum leverage, hundreds of trading instruments, and the best spreads that I've ever seen. I was able to negotiate for even lower trading commissions for you, all for a $100 minimum deposit. When choosing the best broker, there's 3 main factors that you should consider. Number 1, how good is the spread and commission? Now, this doesn't matter if you are a scalper, a day trader, or a long-term holder. The spread and commission is always going to make you more money if it's going to be a little tighter, if the spread is lower, and if the commission is lower. Number 2 is the trading environment. This is things like, do they have the right platforms available? Do they have the right trading instruments that you actually want to use to trade? Do they allow you to trade in the way that you want to trade? If any of these are not true, it's going to be a pretty useless broker for you. Number 3 is reliability and deposit and withdrawal options. Now, if you can't trust your broker, you definitely should not be using them. You don't want a broker stealing your money away. You want to make sure that if you do well with that broker, they're going to give you a payout. And also, can you even fund your account? Whether you're trying to fund it with Bitcoin or some other crypto or credit card or bank transfer, make sure that the broker that you want to use has those options available for both depositing and withdrawing. As I mentioned in the title of this video, I have the best overall Forex broker for you. Let's take a look at it. Taking a look at the website, this is smartprofitfx.com. Take your investments to the next level, low spread, high leverage, fast trade execution. This is also going to be in the top link in the description below. And this is going to be the website that I have made in collaboration with 8cap. Scrolling down now, you can see that the first part on here is the partnership. Smart Profit FX is powered by and in partnership with 8cap. When you sign up for Smart Profit FX, you'll be joining the 8cap platform to perform all the trading, but you'll get that extra lower commission that I'll talk about in a little bit. But what you also get is the world-class trading, fast performance, fast order execution from zero spread, institutional grade trading, dark pool liquidity. Now, a lot of these terms, they're like so many different brokers say them, but what this really means is that ultimately you're going to get actually zero spread. And I'm about to show you what that means on my live funded account and see exactly what does zero spread mean. Is it actually zero? What about off hours? Is it only zero spread during peak London session, the crossover times, only when there's maybe news events or not news events? No, it's actually zero. And I'm going to show you guys what I mean. All right, so here is my live funded 8cap account. And again, the reason why it's an 8cap and not a Smart Profit FX is because when you sign up through Smart Profit FX, you're just going to get a lower commission rate with 8cap. There's a little bit of tracking codes in there. So what I want to show you on the chart right now is over here on the right side, whenever you see a red line, that is going to be the ask price line. And the grayish, whitish line, that's going to be the bid price. And the difference, of course, is going to be the spread. You want the spread as low as possible. And whenever you don't see the red line, the reason for that is because the difference between the bid and the ask price is literally zero. As it is right now, it was there for a second. It's not even 1 micro pip or 1 pipette. Since this is mainly a prop firm channel, I want to make the comparison between this broker versus the broker or liquidity providers behind FTMO and the prop trading. Now we're looking at the popular prop firm FTMO, their liquidity provider, which is basically the same thing as the broker that that particular prop firm is using. And as you can see on the right here, we are using CTrader now instead of MT4. And on the right there, you can see the difference between the bid and the ask. Now the ask price is the green and the bid price is the red. So I'm about to take a trade, a 1 lot entry in this, and I'll take a 1 lot entry on another broker after this one, and then I'll do one on my live account as well. And we'll see how they compare from the initial entry profit. All right, taking the 1 lot entry, it's a 1,000 US dollars. And as we can see right away, it's immediately down by $7 or $8. It's a little rough there to determine exactly which one it was, but it's 7 or 8 very roughly on this one at this particular time. Now let's go ahead and go over to another broker. Now we're looking at a broker for another very popular prop firm. This is for the prop trading, their broker, which is BRK Holdings. And as you can see, I'm about to enter a 1 lot on EURUSD. Also looking at the 1 minute chart. Go ahead and press the buy order. And we can see this negative $9 right away, which is going to be a little bit worse than the FTMO as well. Again, these are very similar time frames, just a little bit of a couple minutes apart from each other. They should be very similar results. And as you can see, it was $9 initially. Of course, it went down more, but definitely can't hold that against the broker. That's just price moving afterwards. Heading back over to my personal live account now. And this time we're going to have an entry, just like with the FTMO, just like with the prop trading brokers. We're going to have 1 lot entry on EURUSD and we're going to see what the initial loss is, not paying too much attention to what happens on the price afterwards, just what happens initially. That is what you're going to get. And just as a reminder, this is going to be with a live account rather than the demo fake environments with the FTMO and the prop trading, which is always going to be worse for you for the trader. And as you can see there, it was only down by $6 initially, which is extremely competitive. That actually beats out FTMO. It beats out the prop trading. And again, it's with a live account, which is absolutely insane to see that. That's super, super rare to be able to find a broker that has this amazing result of that for these very unideal trading hours. A lot of brokers can give you zero spread, but only during very particular conditions. This one is at a very random time, not a good time to be trading at all. I was just taking this trade mainly for demo purposes. Jumping back over to the main website for smartprofitfx.com. If we go to the accounts section here, you can choose the accounts right for you. You can either choose between the raw account or the standard account. The main difference between these two is one has commission and one has higher spreads. So the one I've been showing you this whole time is going to be the raw account. That is the one that I use personally. That's the one that I recommend for most people. But if you don't like commissions or something, you definitely can go with the standard account. The main advantage that you're going to get with the raw one by coming through smartprofitfx.com is you're going to get that lower commission, only $3 per side on the commission with the raw account, which is even better than the already amazing 8 caps, $3.5 commission per side. And as you can see below that, you can see all the minimum deposits, max leverage, trading size minimums, and how many trading instruments there are. I think this number, by the way, is actually way too small. I think it's actually a lot more than 300, mainly because of how many cryptos alone that there are. There's over 250 cryptos that you can trade on this platform. Speaking of cryptocurrencies, let's take a look at how many cryptocurrencies we actually have. So go over to the 8cap site, which again is going to have the same instruments available, whether you're going through 8cap directly or through Smart Profit FX. You can get that better commission if you go through smartprofitfx.com. And if we scroll down here a little bit more, we can see that they already have a comparison versus some of the top brokers, not necessarily affiliated with any prop firms out there. So this is going to be a really good way to see this side as well. I showed you guys kind of the prop firm comparison. This is the main broker comparison between eToro, IC Markets, IG, Capital.com, and then Binance. I'm not sure what's going on there, but mainly the other ones versus ACAP and therefore smartprofitfx.com. So this is going to have way more cryptos than all the other ones. Capital.com comes close there. However, if you look at the Bitcoin spread, it's going to be way better than that one. And then the only other main thing to pay attention to, of course, all these metrics are important, but the main thing that I like to pay attention to is the swap rate, which can be 5% for ACAP. eToro is better at 0. However, you're going to have an absolutely terrible spread on that one. So that's why it's still best to go with 8cap and therefore Smart Profit FX overall for this particular option. That's a huge difference between 372 and 12. Huge difference. So if we scroll down a little bit more on here, we can see this link right here, 250 plus more. So we click on this button right here. Once we're on here, I can scroll down a little bit and I can explain how this chart works. Basically, it has the ticker symbol on the left side, the description, if you don't know what it stands for or something, the contract size, digits, all that good stuff. The most important one is the maximum leverage. So this is going to be 1 to 20 for cryptos, which you might be thinking, wait, I thought it was 1 to 500 max leverage. Don't worry, 1 to 20 is way more than you need. If you were to use 1 to 500 leverage on Bitcoin, for example, or any cryptocurrency, you'll blow your account right away. I do not recommend that. I don't really recommend using 1 to 500 leverage in general anyways, but especially for cryptos, you would really not want to do that. With the max leverage being 1 to 20, this keeps it more contained and you have a better chance of actually winning. Even if you are a scalper, I bet 1 to 20 should be enough for you. Otherwise, you're probably risking too much anyways. Just as a comparison, I've pretty much only seen up to 1 to 2 leverage for all cryptocurrencies for pretty much every prop firm out there. On other prop firms, you might have up to 1 to 10 or maybe 1 to 5, but I've never seen a 1 to 20 on a prop firm. If there is one I don't know about, let me know in the comments below, but I think this is the highest one I've ever seen for any broker, which is all, again, more than you'd ever want to use. So I'm just gonna scroll through this. I'm definitely not gonna read all of these because there's so many. We can just see how many pages there are of how many different cryptocurrencies, different combinations, different ticker symbols, and they're not all just versus the US dollar. There's some other ones in here as well. For example, Euro, CAD, Pound, Peso even. Just such a long list on here. So super, super long, but that's not everything that you're going to get. I'm sure you probably want to trade some other things as well. Well, don't worry. This broker also has way more instruments than just that. As you can see on the screen now, it has Forex, commodities and metals, shares, CFDs, cryptos, as we already said, and indices. By the way, when I say indices, there's so many indices. It's not just the US 30, not just the NAS, not just the DAX. There's so many more. They even have crypto indices. They have the VIX. They have so many different ones that you'd want to trade, all on this broker. All that's great, but how can you actually fund your account to start trading? Well, if you look on the screen here, you can see there's so many different funding and withdrawal options. You can either use PayPal, bank transfer, credit cards, Skrill, a bunch of other options as well. And you can choose from any of these and even multiple of them to fund your account. And if you scroll down a little more, you can use any of those options with 7 different base currencies. That can be AUD, USD, CAD, GBP, NZD, EUR, and SGD. If for some reason you can't already tell, I am so excited about this broker launch. It has an amazing partner, and all that's included with a lower commission rate for everyone with just $100 minimum deposit. But keep in mind, because this is going through a regulated Forex broker, it does have to follow regulatory constraints. As you can see from this slide right here, if you want to have any more information, feel free to contact that email. I would love to hear your honest thoughts about this broker in the comments below. But if you're not a fan of trading a personal account and you want to trade someone else's money, you're in luck as well. That's what I talk about on this channel all the time. And now I've been working on this next top 7 best prop firms video for the past month. And that video is going to be right here. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that video as well as this one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.